What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Sarah McLachlan, and more from her Fumbling Towards Ecstasy album, 1993/94. Thank you again to Michaela for sending this. And the next track is Hold On, which sounds like a directive, a request, a plea, an entreaty to not let go. And of course, that could be, and likely is, figurative in some way. Of course, it could be, or it could have, a physical dimension in terms of holding somebody and not letting go. But holding on in general means maintaining or persisting when it might be more convenient or even more rational to let go, to recoil, to move away from, to relinquish control over, or at least to relinquish a physical contact with. So it sounds like an attempt to maintain some connection, however literal or figurative. And again, my expectation is that it would be more toward the latter end of the spectrum. Let's see what it actually is, or what I can catch on a first listen. This is Sarah McLachlan. The track is Hold On, and it's from her 93/94 album, Fumbling Towards Ecstasy.
Hold on to yourself, for this is gonna hurt like hell.
Oh shit.
Hold on to yourself. You know that only time will tell. What is it in me that refuses to believe this isn't easier than the real thing?
my favorites on the album so far. I wonder what this is that's going to hurt like hell. Is it life? Is it the unpredictable vicissitudes of another day as a human being, another day out in the world? There were moments there where it sounded like a parent singing to a child when they're sleeping peacefully, but you're lying awake praying that they'll be strong in the next day, and that the light and the day itself is something they can love and embrace and get through it together. But she did talk about the person being their best friend, and that could be more literal, more direct, but oftentimes you hear about couples referring to the other as their best friend, beyond being a lover and a significant other. So I feel like maybe this is about a spouse or about someone on that level of emotional and even romantic importance. But again, there's some other lines that maybe think the dynamic might be different here. And knowing that, there's been lines or songs in relation to, her mother or her family members, I feel like it's not entirely unreasonable. It could be familial in that way. But either way, it's someone who is a fellow passenger of life with the narrator, and with whom they are appealing to whatever authorities or powers may be, even, religious or natural or emotional, to persist, to get through. And indeed, there was a bluesy feel to the song, not only in terms of some of the themes as I heard them, being at the crossroads, that is very much, and not just with Robert Johnson, who famously has a song about being at the crossroads, but other blues artists will talk about that type of dynamic where, life is presenting them with choices, and it feels like they've been unfairly thrust into having to make such decisions without full information or without an ability to see far into the future in either direction. So it feels like there's a little bit of that here, and ultimately the desire to persist and to forge ahead even if things are not clear or fair, that seems foundational to what's happening here thematically, even if I can't quite get the full lay of the land, so to speak. So a really wonderful tune. I love the way it was slow and sweeping, but it seemed to pick up energy and pace as it went along. I like the way there was a bit of a frenetic intensity in the latter half of the tune, and her vocals just really incredible, not just in terms of their melodic sweep, but she really does have a distinct characteristic style of singing. Now, there's some other artists, like I talk about Alanis Morissette, how she has that, some people have called it a yodel, the way she sort of bends her melodies at the end of some of the lines, and there's a similar rapid melodic transition that Sarah makes in some of her vocal deliveries. I wouldn't say it's the same, but there's a similarity to it, and there's definitely some moments here where she really has that on display. So just an absolutely wonderful tune, one of my favorites. It felt a bit short. I won't say it was super short, but yeah, so 4 minutes, that's not exactly what you would call short, but for some reason it felt shorter than I expected it to be. So another really great tune. Let me know what you think of this one, and I will see you next time. Peace.